So this is my final installment on the Yardistry Gazebo from Costco. This is the 12 by 14. I did a series of videos when I was putting this together just to give a little bit of tips. And this is showing that, yes, you can put rain gutters on this. So I finally decided last week to do that because I live in Seattle. It's been really sunny and rainless, but the rain is coming. And so I decided to put them on because what I found is when it did rain, that water would come right off there. It could go straight to the ground and run underneath onto the carpet I have underneath here, and so everything just kind of would go that way because it would pool up when it hit the ground and kind of a mess. So people were asking, can you put rain gutters on? Yes, you totally can. So I did. I'll get up here really quick so you can see I went with the bracketing system. I bought all of this at Home Depot. So I bought roughly maybe 30 brackets just like this. The rain gutter comes in 10-foot lengths. If you're having it put on your house, they can custom do the length, but when you buy from a box store, they only come in 10-foot sections. So I had to buy 6 of these. You want to go to Home Depot instead of Lowe's because Home Depot has it in brown. Lowe's only has the rain gutters in white, and so the brown matches better. Also, you'll notice from underneath, I didn't join it to this piece of wood here, but just the little skinnier wood up above, just where the roof line comes down. I can't quite get a good shot on it. You can sort of see, but it was that piece of wood right there, that beam that I stuck it to. And so what I did is I went all the way around, right? So, and then I went ahead and added the downspout over here. Now, when you're dealing with 52 feet of rain gutter, oftentimes you do more than one downspout, but there's not as much surface area to the roof. So I kind of did the calculation and came up with the fact that one downspout would be adequate for the amount of surface area that we were dealing with. So I just ran it down, got a little plastic gutter, and run straight into the yard. So that's the way I kind of handled it. So single downspout, and then ran it all the way around, and worked out pretty good. So this total cost about 200 bucks. So again, like I said, you're going to need about 30 brackets. You're going to need a downspout. You're going to need just everything, the curves for the downspout. That was a little tricky. I had to do some cutting on that downspout over there. As far as, show you really quick. So this piece right here, the first curvature, I cut a lot of that off so I could get a better angle to bring this down a little bit more straight, so then I could go down and all the way through. And then of course you just get the little brackets top and bottom, put them there to hold it. The other thing about this is where you have to join together, like right there. I'm going to paint those. I just haven't painted them yet, but I got some brown paint for it for the self-tapping screws. Anyway, so obviously you only had a 10-foot length. You have to add to it. You can get joiners, special joiners that join the two pieces together if you want. They're like $3.50 a piece. I was cheap. I didn't want to do that. So instead, here is an example of what I decided to do. So when you're joining the pieces together, you cut a notch out with tin snips right there, and then you can overlap that. Then you use a self-tapping screw there on the bottom. You can do it on the other side if you want, just to give it some rigidity. And then you just fill in with caulk, like a sealing caulk in there for gutters. And then that makes it, just waterproofs that seal right there. Actually, what I would do is put it in here, then overlap it, screw it, and then add another bead through here so that it was secure. So I just did that on all the seams, as well as obviously on the corners. So it took 4 corners, 6 lengths of gutter, and then the downspout stuff, and about 30 brackets. So like I said, it came up to about 200 bucks. And ultimately, I like the way it looks too. I was concerned that the rain gutters would almost be too big, like they would look too thick because they're house gutters. But when it was all said and done, I was like, huh, those actually seem pretty proportionate to the unit as a whole. So felt good about it. Just got to come up with a way to kind of pull those lights out from around that gutter. When the wind kicks up, they'll clank into it. So I think I'm going to just run a little piece of metal out the side, push that strand of lights out just a little bit. But overall, turned out great. I've tested it with my hose since there's been no rain, and worked awesome. So hopefully this inspires you to do that now that the fall is coming. You can stretch a couple of months underneath the gazebo, because again, you won't have the water coming underneath. So that is it. This is hopefully my final video. Hopefully you guys go to it too, and I'd love to hear how your project went. So again, overall pretty easy. Took me maybe, I'm thinking maybe 2.5, 3 hours to do this, in part because I had to go back and get some other stuff. So anyway, that is it, and hopefully you guys have a good time. Enjoy the fall, enjoy football, enjoy your gazebo. Thanks, guys.